Hello and Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Ahmad Soyed and I'm a student at Rehan School. Today I will be talking on the topic the origin of the word hello and I will be discussing this with this AI. So let's start.
Hey there, Amal. I'm Maya.
Hi, so today I would like to discuss the topic the origin of the word hello. So my first question is where does the word hello originally come from?
That's actually a surprisingly recent word. Hello didn't become a common greeting until the 1870s. Before that, people usually said hail or a variety of other options depending on the time and place. Hello came about thanks to the invention of the telephone. Alexander Graham Bell himself started suggesting ahoy as the way to answer the phone. But Thomas Edison figured out something catchier, hello, because it was clearer on those early phone lines. The first recorded telephone conversation ever used hello, and it just stuck. Pretty fascinating how a single phone call changed the way everyone greets each other now, huh?
Okay, that's actually pretty interesting. Now, another question is was hello always used as a greeting or did it mean something else before?
Before it took off as a greeting, hello actually meant hail, or was a way to get someone's attention, more of a shout than a greeting. Think like, hello there, to get someone to look over. It was related to older words like holla and hollow, which were basically just calls or shouts. The phone really flipped its meaning, turning it from this attention getting yelled to a polite way to start conversations. Pretty wild transformation considering it wasn't even common speech before the 80s.
Oh, you mentioned something about telephones. So, tell me how did inventions like the telephone influence the use of hello?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that clearly. What were you asking about with
You
the telephones part?
yeah, yeah.
Did you want me to clarify how? Ah, got it. You meant how the rise of telephones influenced the shift in calling someone a user instead of a subscriber.
No,
That's a really interesting bit of history.
how did inventions like the telephone influence the use of hello?
I'm I got that as how do you imagine the telephone to influence the use of hello? The telephone basically gave hello a whole new stage. Before phones, people didn't really need a standard way to answer a call. Each situation was different. But suddenly you had this whole new kind of communication where you needed to identify yourself or acknowledge the call. Bell's Ahoy didn't really catch on because it felt too nautical for everyday conversations, while Edison's hello was simple, clear, and became instantly recognizable over those early phone lines. So essentially, phones created the need for that standardized greeting, and hello just happened to win out. It went from a shout to get attention to the way to start phone conversations everywhere.
Okay, nice. So, what words were used instead of hello in Old English times?
Okay. Ah, sounds like you wanted to dive into the history of greetings way before hello took over, like Old English times. What specifically about Old English greetings are you curious about?
Like the exact words they
Uh,
used.
Got it. So going way back to Old English times, people used a lot of different greetings depending on who they were talking to and the situation. You had things like hail, pretty common for important people, almost like bowing, or was hail, which means be whole, wishing someone good health. Then there was god morgen, for the hang, basically the same as what we say now, just in Old English. They also had more specific greetings based on social status. If you met someone important, you might say drink el or something like that. Like it's kind of amazing how some of those root phrases like good morning basically have survived for 1,000 years, even if the language around them changed. Want to know about specific phrases or a certain period?
No, whatever you said, the information was quite interesting. Anyways, I would like to ask another question. Are there similar words to hello in other languages with the same origin?
That's a really neat question. A lot of languages actually have pretty similar sounds for hello that likely share that same ancient origin. Hello in German, Dutch, and Scandinavian languages is basically the same as hello phonetically. What's interesting is uh, hola in Spanish, allo in Italian, those are all thought to come from the same root, a proto Germanic word meaning to shout. So the idea of using a shout or call to get attention is something that's super cross linguistic. Makes sense that so many languages would evolve variations of similar greetings. Pretty cool to think that the root of hello has this huge pattern of parallel evolution throughout different languages around the world, right?
Yes, that was actually very fun to learn with you, and thank you. I think that's enough for today. Thank you everyone for watching.